BMAC, I've made a whopping $1 bet with producer Drab T-shirt that Scott McLuhan will not be in the war room during the upcoming NFL draft. He wasn't at the combine. He's not in the room for free agency or the legal tampering leading up to free agency. So why would he be making decisions regarding the NFL draft in less than 2 months?
I can't really argue with your decision to try to acquire another dollar, Cakes.
Yes, thank you.
I mean, yeah, look, it's hard to see a path where that happens. I mean, is it impossible? No. I mean, the problem here is we're kind of operating in darkness. I mean, the team has gone radio silent. Scott was not there yesterday at the facility. I guess I'm just going to call every day and check if he's at work. I mean, that is a ridiculous thing to do, but I guess that's what we're going to do for the next couple of weeks.
I think you should until they actually acknowledge it and they answer the question honestly. I think you should do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else we can do. I mean, again, you're operating in an information vacuum. So
I would just drive over there, Brian. I would just drive over and say, "Yeah, I'm here to interview Scott. I'm here to interview Scott." Yeah, that's all I would do.
Who do you call when you actually call them? If you're trying to glean any info,
Tony.
You call Tony Wiley?
You can start with Tony Wiley. We'll answer those questions. He would not answer that yesterday. Tony said,
they won't answer the question.
Focused on free agency, I believe, was the exact quote. So, that's the team's right to not comment on it. And there may be, who knows, there may be legal reasons they're doing this. I don't know. When something's as kind of weird and baffling as this, there's usually a hidden reason for it that comes out later. But, for now.
Let me ask you this.
It's something that we're not thinking of.
Let me ask you this, because a lot of Redskins fans get upset when the real diehard core that really kind of buy into what the Redskins put out there, they're really upset when we insinuate that there's a lot going on, that it's a dysfunctional organization. What they'll say, and this is the optimistic thing, is, hey, how could you best case scenario, let's just say this, and these are just hypotheticals, but let's just say the Redskins are just looking out for a guy who might be going through some personal issues right now. So why are you saying it's an organization that's dysfunctional, that's out of control, that et cetera? They might just be trying to protect an employee. What would you say to that?
Usually what I say when anytime you get challenged as a reporter, do you think we report everything we know? Exactly. You know what I mean? Like you guys get, or not you guys, but the fans get the 1/10 or 2/10 of the sources you can absolutely corroborate.
Right.
You have two sources, or you have really good information. They get that part.
Right.
They don't get the other 70-80% of stuff that you hear from people, but you can't really pin it down, and you go with it.
You don't want to out a source because they might have only told one person, so that outs the person. So the information is good, but you can't put it out there because that immediately exposes that person. People don't understand that. They say, if you know it, just put it out there. Well, you can't, because then you're going to harm someone, If
you want the information to keep coming, you best not burn your sources, right?
Right.
That's not how this works. So I understand people get upset, and someone said said our station was backstabbing the team. I mean, it's kind of a fundamental lack of understanding of how this all works. So I get it. People, it's not their livelihood. They don't do this every day, but they're frustrated. Look, they're angry. I mean, Scott was brought in as a savior and, sold that way. If we're being honest, the team peddled that, and that's, it was he clearly never had the power that they said he did. And they led people to believe he did. And they sold that to the fan base as, here's a reason for hope at a time where they needed it. They needed him at the time they brought him in as much as he needed them. And, it's a little unseemly how this is now unfolding.
All right, let's now transfer to the Kirk saga, because it's just from one saga to the other. And, again, I've been on record a million times. I'm in the minority here, but I feel like they can come to terms on a long-term deal. I don't feel like they're that far apart. I don't think $4 million in today's NFL is that big a gap. I think it's nothing, really. But I'm in the minority. I understand that. And as the reporting gets louder and louder, even though guys like Mike Silver, I listened to the audio, he's just speculating. He's just putting two and two together. He's saying, well, Kyle wants him, and Kirk wants to play for Kyle, so I think this is going to happen. I think you need way more than that. But when you get so many people speculating the same thing, it makes me lose my courage and my conviction.
Yeah, a lot of smoke there, right, Eric?
Yeah,
a lot of smoke. There's some there's something to this. Look, to me, they'd be negligent if they didn't explore the trade market. To me, I mean, if we're looking at it, the one thing they have to determine, and quickly, I mean, I would say by, what's the draft? April 27th. I would say by April, 20th, even a little before that. They need to determine what Kirk's intentions are.